I've got two molds to build today. One of them here, it's a flat one. It does have a radius to it, so there's a little bit of work. The second one here, it has a radius and it has a slope. You can see it's higher on one side than it is on the other. They want some water to drain off that. So unfortunately, we ran out of plastic at the shop, so I'm going to have to go old school today, and that's going to be kerfing it out. If you don't know what a kerf is, well, you could ask my son, but he'd probably say, I don't care. Or you could ask the dictionary. It'd say it's a slit, a notch, or a channel made by a saw or a cutting torch. But don't worry, we're not going to be using a cutting torch on this today. Let's get to it. But we have an outdoor, it's like a fire pit area. We got a fire pit here. We have a radiused seating and a wall cap behind that. That's radiused as well. This is kind of a little bit of a head scratcher because it's almost like we're making an arch. We're taking a part of a circle, so we got to do some math and figure this thing out. And on top of this being a radius piece, this top one, we're also going to have to slope that down a 1/2 inch slope. So a radius and a slope. The bottom line is we have I'll put this way. It's like upside down right here. 177.5 inches as far as the diameter goes. And the rise that we have is 50 inches to the outside diameter of the seat. And this is going to be a natural gray. So we have two parts that we're dealing with here. We have the, let's call it the top part. And the top part we're going to do in 7 pieces. And if we do that in 7 pieces, we end up with 35 inches long by 14.5 inches wide by 2 3/4, sloping down to 2 1/4. And we have a radius on that one of 103.25, and total arch length on that one is 244.92. So that's how we're going to build that one. We're going to use that radius and we're going to extrapolate from there, but that's what we're going to do. As far as the seat goes, the seat we're going to do in 5 pieces. That way we don't have a seam. One thing we didn't want to do was have a seam right in the center on both of these. So we want a whole piece right here split in half, and then the remainder this way and the remainder that way. Aesthetically, that's the way they came up with that concept. So we do want odd pieces on this. We got 5 on this one, 7 on the other one. So we are going to be at 39 3/4 length by 21 wide by 2 3/4. That obviously can be flat because that's where you're sitting on. Our radius is 88.75 or 3/4, and our arch length is going to be 198.62, otherwise known as 5/8. So that's what we're going to build today. A little bit of a thinker. We're only building one mold for these, one mold each, and we'll pour the top piece 7 times, and we'll pour the seat piece 5 times. So just one piece. So that's what we got. And this all going to natural gray. I don't know if I said that. So I know right there it's about right. So I'm going to draw myself a mark. This little guy right here, this little jig or shop tool if you want. That's my center point. I got two little tick marks on there, so it'll be about right there, but it's not that big a deal for this one. So my screw is right in line with that center line, and I have some two-sided tape on there. And now there should be 1/8 of an inch different right there. It should be right at 103 1/4. Right in first. Sometimes on these boards when you curve them out, first time you don't go deep enough, or maybe you're spaced out too far and there's some cracking and stuff. It's a little alarming. I think I made an adjustment on this one, and the next one I went a tiny bit deeper, so we didn't have any problems going forward. But let's try it again. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, much better right there. Yeah, it just took a little bit more into that kerf, and now there's no problem. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this one now that I got it set up nice. Shouldn't be any more problems with this. Here's kind of the secret sauce to this mold here. If you want it to bend just right, you got to curve this out. Just the right depth to allow it to flex, but not too much to make it weak. Remember, we still got to pour concrete in this thing. So I kerf it out, just kind of what I think my experience tells me, and in the end, it flexes just fine. Okay. In the case. Okay, it's the morning. We're going to strip out those radius pieces. We got the big 21-incher. And then we got the 14.5-incher. Might be too hard. Whew. Got it. That came out real nice. You can see it's a little splotchy and stuff right now. Put that out in the sun and it looks perfect. It just needs some time to cure out a little bit. Color pieces look even worse, but give them some sun, a little bit of time, and oh, they look great. So let's get this little guy. Feels good. It's coming up. You can see that a little bit there, a little bit on the other side. Just keep working it. Kind of tough on these odd shaped ones. I tend to catch in the corners. One side too much, it binds on the other side. We're talking like an eighth of an inch is too much sometimes. Oh, that feels good. Feels good. She's coming. You can see that slope comes from 2 3/4 down to 2 1/4 there. Came out beautiful.